VTubers are nothing new. For every new streamer coming from hololive, VShojo, or I guess Netflix, there seems to be a legal obligation put in place forcing 6 albums worth of karaoke to be produced. It's funny how hololive in particular started out as a streaming group inspired by idol culture, only for those streamers to become idols. And with idols comes music. I mean, did you read the title? Learn to use those lenses, 4 eyes. Today, I'm ranking the music of hololive English's first generation. I'll only be taking a look at officially released material, or else we'd be here for a Also, I won't be featuring any songs featuring other vocalists or hololive members, leaving us with a clean 19 songs to rank. Or I guess, would have been 19, but this video took so long to make, it turned into 20. So I'll address that later. I'm basing each of my rankings off the song's production, performance, and if it keeps my interest. I've also included a handful of mystery awards to keep you on the edge of your seat. Finally, this video may be the last that you see of mine, because only 13% of you are subscribed. So if you like what you see, subscribe! Without further ado, let's start the list. Probably should have mentioned I'm wearing outfits inspired by each hololive member in this video, so that's a fun surprise for you. Now, at worst, this song is pretty average. It's basically an IRyS song if Kiara did the vocals. Now, I love Kiara as much as the next guy, but I personally don't think her vocals fit this kind of song in particular, or maybe just the instrumental. Something about it just isn't adding up for me. Off With Their Heads is a unique song and concept with a very unique beat, but just a very forgettable Kali verse in my opinion. It's a song to inspire the sayers to put their aspirations into action and truly own up to what they claim, instead of spouting empty statements. I like the "Welcome to the Mountaintop" refrain that peeks its head every now and then throughout the song, but I don't know, this one just didn't really land for me personally. While I don't believe this is a great song to show off her vocal talents, it's still an enjoyable listen. I think what I said about Kiara's song can be applied to this, though her vocals do complement the instrumental a lot better in my opinion. She also just has some great energy in her performance. But again, the song itself is kind of generic, kind of your typical anime opening, kind of tropey sounding stuff. And that's why I kind of forget about this song. A much darker and almost menacing sound compared to any other hololive English track I've heard. IRyS's voice really complements the heavy bass and guitar. Some cool pre-chorus breakdowns alongside just another great performance by IRyS in general, but past that, not much to really say here. If I was held at gunpoint and I was told to describe the song, first of all, I'd be like, what's the gun form? It sounds exactly like the cover looks. It's very sweet, it's very playful, very kawaii. It's a song that was released on Valentine's Day and is about Kiara preparing for, I guess, the day and giving chocolates to a special somebody, which, I mean, you know, one thing about hololive English, I mean, it shouldn't be a shock who they're for. I freaking love the music video for this song as well, and I actually enjoy Kiara's vocals on this track. Just the instrumental and her performance on it in general feels a lot more in line with her character. Started from the bottom, now it's here. Because there's so many Kali songs in this list, I have 2 outfits just to, you know, keep things kind of fresh visually. A pretty typical Kali song, though it does receive the first mystery award for today, the award of most likely to land on a sad lo-fi playlist. A song made to vent some personal feelings into, which by the sound of it alone, I feel does a pretty good job at doing so. I like the outro of the song where it has the addition of backing vocals of Kali herself, and Kali not just being an MC alone, but actually having very pretty vocals. It adds a nice little, like a cherry on top to the ending of it. This song is like so freaking corny. I actually really love it for that reason. It's a motivational song with a big focus on positivity, and also makes many references to Kiara being a phoenix. Kiara doing an EDM styled song just makes way too much sense, especially because it's the kind of music I think best fits her character. Kiara's vocals on this track in particular remind me so much of the Chipettes from the live action Alvin and the Chipmunks movies. Okay, let me explain. A very short and sweet song from Callie that's actually quite out of character for her. It's very cheery and upbeat, sliced and diced guitar lead. Complements Callie's voice really well. It's also winner of the most effort a hololive members had to put in to secure a big award, as it was a promotional track made for the Princess Connect Redive game. I've never heard of the original anime, so of course I sure as hell didn't know that there was a game. The final IRyS song on this list, and definitely her best. Complemented by an actually animated music video. Not like a graphics one like most of the other ones. No, a fully animated music video. This song definitely has IRyS's best vocal performance, as she hits some pretty high notes. There's also like a heartbeat effect that pops in and out of the song that's also pretty fire in my opinion. Also, the chords during the piano section in the second half are absolutely gorgeous. All around, a pretty good song, and definitely IRyS's best.
Getting kinda stir crazy, I heard this. I wonder what the meaning of lazier life for that work is.
We now get into Callie's EPs, the true bread and butter of her work, I'd say. I think Deadbeats is probably my least favorite of all the EP songs. She has a good flow on it, you know, and the production is all right, but I'm just not too fond of her deliveries at points. I haven't talked about lyrics much, but it's just been to be fair to all the others because most of their stuff's in Japanese, but I gotta give Callie the award for the first 2D anime girl to diss Kanye West in a song with the line, "Loose fit, shit design, like a pair of Yeezys."
I like some of the Mori songs. What the fuck does she know about Yeezys?
Gawr has a great beat, and I also really love the refrain of the give it up, deadbeats, we like it rough. It's another song about sticking it to the haters, you know, come at me haters, I'm awesome. The chorus on this was a banger, and hearing the lines pee pee poo spoken shortly after, well, that was an experience.
I'll give you 5, just keep it to yourself.
So, you just finished playing a JRPG where the main protagonist was a villain turned hero. This is the song that plays when the credits roll. It's a song about self-hatred, accompanied by confusion as to why somebody would love you and still loves you. Callie has a really good flow on her first verse that leads into an instrumental breakdown on the chorus. Also, the chords around the 2-minute and 50 mark just give me like goosebumps every time I hear them. A great closer for Callie's second EP.
The soul snatching, much prefer the slice slash and the dome blast, the master of murder.
An introduction to Callie, the DIY charm of this song, no matter how corny it may be, just, I still love it way too much. This song is just a basic introduction to Callie's character that I think she did a karaoke of on her debut stream, filled with her own personal lore and some of her colleagues, get some name drops or just little references. Again, it's a pretty basic song, nothing too much to talk about, but charming nonetheless. Winner of the finally something that isn't made by Callie award, I was genuinely caught off guard with just how good Ina's first and only song was. It's got a really glitchy quality to the instrumental with a very uplifting chorus. And not to mention, I love Ina's voice on it. It's so pretty. I also really like the video that coincides with the song. So all in all, this is just a very nice, relaxed, feel-good little tune to stick on in the background. And all I can really say is, way to go, Ina. Now back to your regularly scheduled Callie song. A song about how time will always be against us alongside our ambitions, and for Callie, her ambition to immortalize herself in her music. I love the jumpy piano. There's like a drum and bass inspired part in the drum section. Completely caught off guard by that in the second half. There's also an addition of guitars and strings around this part that brings the song to a closing piano solo that wraps the song up so nicely. Overall, a great Callie song. The first song ever released by Callie during her debut stream, and definitely one of her best. This song is also the proud winner of the "Ayo, give me a beat that sounds like that spooky stage in Sonic Heroes" award. I also love the bridge of this song that starts building up what becomes a menacing EDM drop for the chorus, which gets freaking replaced on the second version of the chorus with an annoying air horn. It sounds like those anti-smoking ads from the mid-10s. This alone just kills my love of this song. Like, everything else about it is great and I love it, and that's why it's ranked so highly. But when that second chorus, the freaking horns come in, I'm just
Not sorry, but I wanna see you again sometime.
the quintessential Cali vibe song that pretty much is the ending theme of the album, sending off the viewers and saying that, you know, she's hoping to see them again sometime. It's got a melodic beat backed by a piano and a freaking violin, for goodness sake. And also, Cali's blend of her vocals and rapping are genuinely the best on this song compared to her whole catalog thus far. It also has a bit of like a nostalgic 2000s R&B pop sound to it. I genuinely love this song and its chords, so thank you for this gem, Cali. I love this song for two reasons. One, it's hands down my favorite music video on this list. People don't get enough credit for doing these kinds of music videos, so I just want to shout them out in particular for absolutely killing it on this. This is the song I feel that Cali is really coming to her own. This is the most confident Cali has sounded on any of her tracks, and it just boosts the enjoyment of it so much. Her flows are clean, her delivery is on point. Nothing in the song overstates its welcome. I love the chorus. My only little complaint, and it's just a little one, is during the first verse, the instrumental feels a little too hollow for my liking, but, you know, hololive, oh, it's funny. Grow up! But everything else about it is perfect. Another great introduction to Cali's character, and just honestly, a great starting point for her music. Before I announce who's number one in this video, if you've made it this far in the video and you've liked what you've seen, subscribe! And if this video gets over 600 likes, I'll make a part 2 with hololive Japan. I hope this video doesn't have 600 likes. So as this video is being made, Cali decided to release another song, End of a Life. So here are my quick thoughts. Some of the best production that I've seen on a song, and her performance is by far one of her bests. I put this in between Red and Excuse My Rudeness. I'll keep updating this list in the pinned comment whenever a new hololive Gen 1 song is released. Now for the moment of truth, my number one Gen 1 hololive English song. The fact that a Cali song isn't at the top of this list has put me in such a sense of shock, it could be considered cardiac arrest. Now, I hadn't heard this song until I started working on this video, and damn, Gura. This song is about evolution, change, and confronting your inner thoughts. You have, at the very beginning, Gura is speaking Greek, hololive first, 3 different languages in a single song, which transitions into this, like, very boisterous, epic, did I use boisterous? Grandiose, I meant to say, strings and bass section, which builds up and then drops, which nicely transitions us to an EDM-styled chorus. That goes off pretty hard. It's a very satisfying payoff. And now at this point, right, I'm vibing, you know, I got my hands in the air. I was not ready for the freaking breakdown that follows shortly after. I swear, that part had me like, Gura's performance is great. Knowing that she has to put on a voice and the fact that she can sing in this voice and it just sounds as good as it does. Shout out to Kiara again for doing the same thing. You can tell that I like the production. Did you miss me freaking gushing about it like 3 seconds ago? I'd also like to take this moment to give out the last mystery award for the evening. And that award is the most likely to become an animation meme. To be fair, it won't be the first time Gura's been turned into an animation meme.
Right. Extra noses pants is on you. Ooh, you're so warm.
Lest we forget.
Ow!
It seems I've gotten myself into a pickle. Over the past months, I've become a VTuber degenerate, leading me to purchasing a membership for Sarah's Fauna. So this is what rock bottom feels like.
Evan?
I'm okay with this.